Hi, my name is Isel, and this is my team. With me are Joshua, Zach, and Brittany. And we are students at Capitol High School in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And this is our Snoopy controlled by Arduino. And it has several parts such as the motors at the bottom that control the wheels, two sensors in the front, the bottom one having a laser to detect dust and pollen, the one on the top to detect CO2 and TVOC. And it has two drives at the top, this one containing an SD card and this one being Bluetooth to connect to our phones. And all of this is written by C language.
Basically, the software that controls Arduino, that controls Snoopy, has been written by hundreds of lines of C code, which we've also had to include libraries to control our components on Snoopy.
And like Isel just said, Snoopy detects CO2 and TVOC. And as you can see on this app right here, we don't have that much CO2 right now because of the good ventilation in our school, which is very important for the pandemic. And we also took extra data on here, as you can see, and we used the data to create graphs. And this is pollen and dust. As you can see over here, with open windows, pollen and dust levels are very high. But with closed windows, the pollen and dust levels are very low. However, for CO2 and TVOC, if we open our windows, our CO2 and TVOC actually go down into their natural levels. But if we close the windows, they go up pretty high.
And now we're going to do some experiments with Snoopy. For our first experiment, we're going to spray a deodorant on Snoopy, and we're going to see how the CO2 and TVOC levels increase. For our next experiment, we're going to put Snoopy in a chemical fume hood with candles and burning incense. And we can see how the TVOC and CO2 levels increase, as well as the dust and pollen.
Thank you for watching our video.
And here's how to improve air quality. Open window or door to let CO2 and TVOC escape from the room. Use air purifiers with HEPA filters to reduce the amount of pollen, TVOC, and CO2. Invest in good ventilation system. Use ecological paints. Avoid vacuuming by replacing carpets with tiles. And damp, dust, and clean the enclosed areas frequently.